Welcome back, Anth 220. This is our last lecture. It is week number 10. And the big news, of course, this week is the final projects are due. And they are due midweek. They are due by Wednesday. Now, you'll have to upload those final project files or a link to your project, depending on, the format of your final project. And of course, by next week, you'll need to review your selected classmates' projects. The file for who is your selected classmates is in the final project module. I've also sent that out in an announcement. So all the information that you need is in the final project module and those announcements. But what else is going on for this week? Well, as you know, we do not have any more readings. Well, we do have articles, news articles that we'll be reading, but we're finished with our book and the book chapters. So instead of analyzing other aspects of those book chapters or the news articles, I want to give you something a bit different. So remember all the way back to the beginning of our course. Now that's 10 weeks ago, right? And I can barely remember all the way back to 10 weeks ago, but take some time and think about that. How has your understanding or perception of food and nutrition and culture changed over these handful of weeks? Now, remember, week 1, we also had a few icebreaker assignments, including a food and nutrition quotes assignment. So in addition to those few articles and last week's articles and book chapters and lecture, another interesting, engaging way to conclude our course is to give those quotes back to you. So for the rest of this lecture, what I have here are your quotes. I've taken the quote that you turned in for the assignment, so long as it's not a duplicate quote, and I've pasted them onto the slides. What I suggest is that as you read through this last lecture, that you integrate this into our last discussion board and those posts. And what I mean by that is that rather than focusing on the handful of articles this week and the articles and book chapters from last week, that you take one or two or three of these quotes and explore it and talk about it in relation to our course, in relationship to your life, in relation to how your perspectives may or may not have changed as a result of this course. Now, the references are also there on each slide as you referenced those quotes, so you can dig into those a bit more if you want. But that can be your last critical thought discussion post, an exploration of some of these quotes. And I like that because I think it gives you, well, first it gives you a bit of a break, right, for this final project week. But also this is I think a really fun and engaging exercise, and I hope that you like it. Now, I also want to say that there is no Easter egg hidden in the middle of this lecture. There are a lot of people in this class, and I wouldn't hide an egg in the middle of such a long lecture. And it also takes away from those quotes, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to read through all of those quotes. You'll have to read them yourself in your own voice. But what I would suggest, because this is a pretty fun and easy assignment, is take some time before you continue with this lecture. Pause it and get a selection of your favorite music and then play it while you read through each of these quotes. Pause on the quotes if you want, but reflect on them. There are a number of really interesting, thought-provoking, sad, upsetting, optimistic, motivating quotes about food and nutrition.